Hey guys, how are you? Where are you right now?
Doing good. We're actually down in Atlanta right now at the Mobile Payment Conference. Um,
Day
Oh,
two of
cool.
it, live here. Been a great show. We're doing great. How about you?
Good. I'm good. I'm in Mexico City in my apartment, no conferences. Yeah.
Damon just finished moderating a panel on the power of minority transactions yesterday. So we're looking
Oh
forward to
wow.
publishing that video when it comes out.
Yes, we'll gladly
Yes.
share it with you as well.
Share, please. I want to watch it for sure. Let's see. So we are going live. We have here Damon Kirk and Stephen Farrar. We're going live on equitable banking for Black Americans um, today, and I'm gonna read a little bit of disclosures for our viewers. So, all views and opinions expressed by the guest speakers are solely their views and opinions and do not reflect or represent the views and opinions of Alpaca Securities LLC, Alpaca Crypto LLC, and AlpacaDB. The guest speakers' opinions are based on information they consider reliable, and therefore Alpaca Securities LLC, Alpaca Crypto LLC, and AlpacaDB do not warrant its completeness, accuracy, and it should not be relied upon as such. The content is for general information purposes only. Alpaca Securities LLC and Alpaca Crypto LLC do not recommend any specific investments, investment strategies, or cryptocurrencies. So I am Mariangela Martinez, content marketing specialist, and I will be hosting this live interview. So we are pleased to join by Stephen Farrar and Damon Kirk, founders of Obsidian Banking. So, Obsidian Banking is a fintech bank that aims to be an equitable, all encompassing bank for African Americans. Their goal is to increase financial accessibility by offering modern traditional banking and future investment services targeted toward Black millennials. So, I'm going to give a little intro of you guys, and then you guys can tell us more about yourselves. Damon Kirk has a background in accounting and statistics, has experience as a public health associate data coordinator, and now CEO and founder of Obsidian. Stephen Farrar has a background in finance and accounting, has experience as a sales associate and executive assistant, now founded Linking Literature, an organization that helps youth improve and empower through literacy and expression, putting thousands of books in kids' reach, and the online platform has an audience in 137 countries. Now, Stephen Farrar, CFO and founder of Obsidian. So tell me, you guys, a little bit about yourselves. How did you guys grew up together? Is that correct?
No,
We actually didn't grow
No?
up together.
we actually
Okay.
became friends because of Obsidian. We had a mutual friend. He introduced us, and we just kind of clicked. It was just a match at that point. And now he's one of my closest friends in life.
Yeah.
Oh
Our
wow.
mutual friends
Yeah.
just used to always say, like, you guys are the two smartest people I know. You all need to figure out how to work together. And
Yeah.
Damon was very early on in Obsidian. And so he said,
Yeah.
hey, man, would you like to be my co founder? And yeah, 2 years later, we're here.
Oh wow. You guys clicked on the same vision and wanting to found something great. Yeah.
Yep. And honestly, just we wanted to fix the same problems.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So, can you give us an intro about Obsidian? What's about?
Oh, I'll give it off. It's so we're a neobank. We're based out of Detroit, Michigan. We are catered to Black millennials. The reason we founded Obsidian and the problems we wanted to tackle was that we found three things in our communities. We're either underbanked, unbanked, and uninvested. And so we were like, how can we tackle this and make it like seamless and simplify this to really solve these issues in our communities. And so we've created a mobile banking platform that also has an embedded roundup feature in the card transactions. And so we're looking to really simplify and solve all three of those problems with the swipe of a card.
And hopefully, a success for Obsidian is the payday lenders and the check cashing locations in some of these neighborhoods are all going out of business. But that's what a success for Obsidian looks like, in my opinion. I think they're predatory, and that's really one of the goals of us is to get that stranglehold out of our communities.
Nice. So, how did you like became interested in that in finance and wanting to fix that problem?
I was homeless at the time, and I really just wanted a way to control my own destiny, control my own finances. and really have that ability to help everyone else. And there isn't anything else in this world that can really control someone's life as much as banking. And I really wanted to get someone that was reputable, someone that was honest in that position. So started Obsidian.
And I say, for me, I was a person that like personally was affected by payday loans. I got into a just a situation where I needed the money when I was younger, and literally having to go get one payday loan took me 2 years to get out of that hole. Just every payday, going to work, sneaking out of work, paying the loan back, taking the money back out. And it literally took me
Yeah.
2 years to be able to afford to not take it back out. So like this is something we've mentioned before, like just how expensive it is, when you don't have access or just when you're poor in general. And so we're trying to just eliminate a lot of those traps and just be a solution for everything for us.
Yeah. I like wanting to fix that bridge of, giving the people a little bit easier for to borrow money and get out of where you're stuck at. Yeah. So what makes Obsidian unique?
The people.
The people.
The people. We're very people focused. We are really centered on building individual relationships with everyone that comes to Obsidian, and we want to come to your door to do so. That's what makes it so different is that we will have a unique relationship with everyone that signs up on our platform.
Every product we've created is has been made with the people in mind. It's not thinking about the money, anything like that. It's genuinely thinking about, what problems do our community and our people need solved every day. And that's what we went and built.
And building it without compromise. Not saying that because there's 42% unbanked, we don't have to have a great product. So we're making sure that even though our expectations are different than the Chime, that we still want to be better than the Chime in the way we build our app and the way we build our experiences.
Yeah, I think that's the right way to tackle a problem, to think of the people, because that's how, thinking of other people, putting on their shoes is how you get, the problem solved. That's great. So on your website, there's a stat from a McKinsey report that says the median Black household net worth will reach zero by 2053 if current trends continue. That's very shocking when I read it. Why do you think that is?
So we have been gate capped out of home ownership over the last couple of years. A recent report found that Wells Fargo denied 53% of their Black applicants for mortgages. Mortgages are some of the biggest gainers of net worth in America. And historically, we've been gate capped from that. We were gate capped from the GI Bill originally, from the VA loan. So we're missing out on a lot of that equitable access. Over the last 20 years, we've kind of closed the education gap. We've kind of closed the income gap, but the wealth gap itself is kind of like widening. And COVID has done a lot to help widen that. We had a really, really low interest rate environment for a while, and we weren't able to really tap into some of that, like now, super rising equity.
Okay. Um, so we got a question on the comments when you were reading that, answering that question. It says, can you explain the burden to the Black community being dependent on payday loans or other punitive financial practices that burden the community?
Just the fees that's associated with it. Like you're paying money to get your money. So it's like, how do you ever expect to get ahead when you're
Yeah.
literally losing money just to get money? And it's like that's if you we talk about it. If you go through Detroit, you see sub shops, liquor stores, like so many just like non-traditional, unconventional places that's trying to offer these traps just to hit you with these fees. And they know that we don't have equitable banking representation in this city. So, our residents and our communities are forced to sort of just take what they can get, because you still need the money just to go through your day to day. And, when you don't have that option there, you're forced to fall into those traps. And so that's exactly what we're going to fight.
Last night, Steve and I were having a conversation about our experiences in banking ourselves. And we realized that we had never been into a bank in Detroit that wasn't armed,
That wasn't bulletproof.
that allowed easy access. The only time I was ever treated with respect in a bank was out of town. So the payday lenders exist because you are treated with a little bit more respect with the payday lender. There is no metal detector. There is no barricade there. There is no security there. So really, the banks themselves have to be more opening and welcoming to us to get the payday lenders out because they're winning right now.
Right. Okay. Wow. That's shocking for me.
It's really a humanitarian crisis. Like I think it's going like very, very unnoticed, and like this is a very critical point. Like you mentioned, the
Right.
next 30 years with the household net worth. But there's also a way we can actually close the racial wealth gap within the next 30 years. So like right now is the time to say, hey, pick a side, and which way are we going to move this?
Yeah. It's a good time. You're on time. So yeah. So what is Obsidian's erupt technology, and how does it work?
So our rope technology is a partnership we have with one of our API platforms, and it's kind of scraping some of the SEC reports that senators and congressmen are required to fill out. So as soon as they fill out that form, one of the APIs is scraping that, taking that information and converting it to something that's easily digestible. Hey, this senator bought calls for this date for this option, or this senator just bought this many shares in this company, and we're just taking all that information and just making it really easy and really like simple.
It's automated. We're giving people these, preferred portfolios for them to round up their transactions into, and that kind of goes back to the stat I just mentioned. That was from a recent UC Berkeley study that one of the things that could close the racial wealth gap over the next 30 years is Black Americans achieving a 6.4% or greater capital gains rate annually. And so we know through investing you can do this. The S&P 500 appreciates annually at about 7%. So like the opportunity is there for us to really tackle and solve this problem. And we try to tackle all three issues with our platform. And we believe if Black people adopt us, that we really can put a dent in that racial wealth gap.
Yeah. Okay. And how is a market opportunity for Obsidian?
So the market itself is huge. 42% underbanked, 14% are unbanked at all. So that's about 7 million Black Americans.
66% don't own
Don't
stocks.
own stocks. 50% don't own stocks or real estate. So what we're looking at is a very, very huge market that has so much room for growth and expansion, but the opportunities has often been limited. The same players that have built the systems that have allowed us to be here unbanked and underbanked are now the ones that can finance the companies that fix this. And they're hesitant to give some of their VC money and some of their private equity money into a company that's fixing this. So that has been one of the hurdles. But the
Mhm.
opportunity there is so big, the market is so big that it's worth trying. Because the company that does fix it will be, they will be remembered forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you plan on reaching, that big percentage of market?
So we're taking a very, very old school analog approach, but we've seen examples that's worked throughout American history. The first Black millionaire ever, Madam C.J. Walker, went door to door. Postal banking back when it was around. That was a great example of banking underserved communities in America. And so we decided to take that approach and go door to door with our Million Doors Challenge. We're looking to hit a million Black households across 10 cities in America. And as much as it's about Obsidian, it's also just about financial wellness, financial literacy, and I'll be honest, just respect. Growing up, I never had a bank show up to my door and say, "Hey, we'd like to cater to you and offer our services to you, and you can trust us." And that's what we want to do. You want to add
Yeah,
anything to
and
that?
beyond that, that our entire goal when we go to this door isn't to get a sign up. It's to genuinely make you a better and more financially literate. And we would love if you took those services and used them with us. But we
Yeah.
are going with free financial literacy pamphlets. We're going with free financial like tools, and they can use that without having to sign up for Obsidian. It doesn't matter who you bank with. We just want you to do better in life. We just want you to be better in life. We want everyone to do better. So that's kind of why we think we're gonna, that's I think that's why we're different.
Yeah, we even part of the things we're going to be giving out is like easy to do summer business plans for kids. Start a business for under $100, and we think the earlier that you get someone, the better, and the more chances they have to actually succeed.
So we definitely want to go and get the
Right.
13-year-old and the 14-year-old and have them start a business, have them become a member of their community. Now they're cutting grass in their neighborhoods. Now they're doing this in their neighborhoods. And then take that money and reinvest it in your neighborhoods. Use your
Yeah.
friend's business. Invest that money into the stock market. So that's really what we want to do is get that money circulation really back into the Black communities.
Yeah. I like it. It's extending a hand and if they want to grab it, but you're doing that first step. Yeah.
Yeah, we mentioned like our dollars circulate in our communities on average about 6 hours, which is like horrible compared to every other group. So like the earlier we get them practicing like
Mhm.
entrepreneurship and then also group economics, it'll only drive our communities.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think finance is growing a lot. It's just educating people about finances from an early age is good.
And I
Yeah.
think that people are so scared because it seems scary. It seems like there's this vast knowledge that you have to learn to be a great investor, when that's not true. Everyone is holding a 401k. Everyone's 401k is appreciating. You are a great investor. Be patient. Allow the world to do what it do. Just be patient. Just sit back. And that's kind of what I tell everyone. You have a 401k. You know what an ETF is. Just be patient. Just let it sit. Just let it build. Like think of that as a savings account more so than a money maker, and you will do much better long term.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I don't think anyone has ever put it that way. It's a good way to put it and be patient. So can you tell us about your business model?
Yeah, we're B2C. We're looking to roll out a couple of B2B components within our like probably second phase. But right now we're strictly focused on business to consumer, data. Anything else I'm missing?
Data. What we want to do is grab a really good grasp of the Black financial picture for America and take some of that information to advertisers, take some of that information to small businesses, and say, see, these are some of the gaps that are missing in the Black communities. Go and fix them. So that's really what we want to do is take that data and improve the lives.
Yeah, our overall goal with that is genuinely to improve our like financial and consumer experience in America. Like it's so much data out there, but it seems like no one's really like focused on that to find the gaps and say, hey, what do we need to do to close this? And that's where we come in.
So monetizing data is definitely our business model.
Yeah.
While other
There's
neobanks are chasing interchange fees and in-app data, we want to be open. We want to be transparent. So we're definitely going about it in a different way.
yeah. Being transparent is key. So we got another question in the comments, and it says, "Can students or others help with the door-to-door, get any type of credit hours of community service or other beneficial credits?"
Yes, yes. Please reach out. We will give all of our contact information at some point on this interview. Thank you.
Yeah,
Whoever asked that, thank you.
Yes.
it doesn't say I can't see the name, but yeah, I mean, I think you guys are linked on this, so you can just go to their LinkedIn page and reach out. Um, what can your end users expect when they join Obsidian?
Transparency, respect,
Respect.
honesty. What we say we're going to offer to you, we will. You will be able to. If we say we're going to offer a chat service, you're going to have that service. Um, Beyond that, we want to offer you like relatability. So we want to have AAVE, so African American Vernacular English. We want to have that as an option in our app. We really want you to feel comfortable. We don't want you to have to code switch to come do business with us. Like be yourself, and that's something you won't get from anyone else. No one else is trying to create that experience.
And then I say, just to add to it, is just a seamless experience. We're big on design. We believe that a lot of the ways that people have marketed to our demographic through athletes, entertainers, rappers, things like that, they just haven't worked. The numbers still exist, and so we believe that our demographic is capable, and that you don't need to come with some type of gimmick to get them. You just need to offer a quality service that they can trust, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. And what is the biggest challenge you've encountered so far as founders?
So I had a different answer last night, but today my answer is going to be ourselves. No one has been our biggest critic besides ourselves. I think sometimes Steven and I get in our own heads, imposter syndrome. Like, hey, can two guys from Detroit really be trying to make this happen? And I think that's been by far our biggest hindrance.
I'll be like really candid. Like when we first started out and said we were going to start a bank, the first thing that people said to us like, "Oh, you all are going to get killed," and so like it's just crazy like the task we're
Okay.
really trying to tackle. And like Damon said, sometimes we just have to, get out of our own way, keep putting one foot in front of the other. Like we've met so many people in this industry that have genuinely embraced us. I don't know if I can, make any shout outs or anything like that, but just so many people that have embraced us in this game. And I'm really saying that's like, hey, you two, you have a great mission. You all are great people. We believe in you. Like just keep going until you get it done.
And like, if I could give any advice to anyone that's trying to start anything, is just keep going, just keep talking to people, because you're gonna learn, you're gonna get better. Like, still learning, still getting better. Just go out, put your face out there. Someone, you never know who you might meet that change your life, and like
Yeah.
that's it. And
Yeah.
like, don't hinder yourself from that event.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's, it's a learning process, and there's going to be people that are going to say that you're not going to get anywhere. And that's more motivating because you can prove them wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, please don't
Yeah.
tell us that. You're only going to light a fire under us.
Okay. So, okay, and what's the biggest lesson you've learned from people you've worked with in the industry?
That's a great question. I'm gonna let you take it first.
Know who's your friend and know who's your foe. Everyone isn't trying to do good business with you, and don't jump at the first opportunity. Just be patient. Really understand that this person is good for me, regardless if the offer is good, if the money is good. Like, are they a good person to me? And really, that's been the best advice I ever got: is do business with people, not with corporations.
Okay.
Yeah. What would I add to that? That's a great answer. I just say like really, really, really be focused on like the your messaging and like the quality of the product or services that you're offering. Like we live in a world of like, cancel culture. Like everybody's waiting to find something wrong, and so like just really being careful with what we're building and how we're putting it out there, so that people just know that they can genuinely trust it and trust us.
Yeah. Okay. I like your answers. Um, so one last question, not about Obsidian. What are your thoughts on DeFi and crypto?
Um, I actually think that we're going to see some of the crypto names go away, and we're going to see a different building. I think Web 3.0 is going to be a failure as a whole, and we're going to see something more beautiful built out of it. We have to find a way to make utility of some of the great advances in technology we developed. We need to find a way to bring that blockchain in and really personalize some of the things in it. So I think Web 3.0 was like a money grab, a very big, hey, we can make anything into an NFT. And I think the actual technology behind some of these things will be built into some great systems, terminals, payment systems. So I'm really excited for the blockchain going forward. I did not like the route that the blockchain has taken over the last couple of years.
Yeah, it turned into a money grab. Like I think it proves certain use cases, and like you said, whatever's built next, I think will stand the test of time for a while. Even with crypto, like Black Americans adopted crypto at 2 to 1 compared to any other group. Now that's insane when you think about 66% of us don't own any stock, half don't own stock or real estate. So like the interest is there, the willingness is there, and that's why we preach trust as much as we do. Financial literacy is because they have to be able to trust what they're doing. I know Demon's mentioned before, like this was just something new to us that hadn't had a chance to, you know,
Heard us.
heard us, and so we flocked to it. And I think when we've seen some of these money grabs and rug pulls and things like that, it really can sort of scare some of these underserved demographics away, and that it still proves that the interest is there though. And you want to add anything?
Definitely, just we're willing to trust things that aren't actively in that mode of trying to hurt us. Steve just showed me a study today that auto dealer somewhere was charging black customers a little more. Just over the years, we're just constantly charging our black customers a little more. And that's kind of the distrust we have with almost every business we do. Like, how do I know I'm getting an equitable service as a black person from you? And with crypto, there was no race, there was no names. It's a hash. And we really love the anonymity. We love that ability that everyone can be heard, that everyone can make money.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate you guys joining and agreeing to have a live with Alpaca. Thank you for giving us the time Now, where can
Okay, cool.
where can our viewers find you for more information about Obsidian?
So our website is obsidianbanking.com. You can follow us on Instagram at Obsidian Bank, Twitter at Obsidian Bank. Am I forgetting anything? Look us up on LinkedIn. Feel free to connect with us, Stephen Farrar, Damon, Kirk. We love connecting, meeting new people, potentially working with new people. Do we shout out any of our partners?
Connor, definitely.
Yes. No.
Connor from Alpaca is one of the greatest people in the world. Love him.
Yeah, he's awesome. We have I do want to announce actually officially, if you're okay on the Alpaca stream.
Yes.
We recently added an advisory board member, and Miss Janine Casper. She's an angel. I'll just say that. She's former president of services of the Texas Banking Association. And she recently left there to accept a wonderful position with another great company. Anybody with missing practicing, I know we always shout them out. That team is great. Equipify, Bryce and Pat, that whole crew over there, like they have a great culture and they're really doing some great things in the buy now pay later world.
And beyond that, the amount of support you get in fintech is insane. Like if you are trying to build something, so many people will come and give their hands to you to help. So
shout out to the Mayo brothers.
Shout out to everyone in
fintech cowboys.
Great. Sounds good. Many shout outs. I love it.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for joining. You guys are doing great. You're going to do great. And I'm excited to watch the path evolve.
Thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.
We really do.
Of course. Thank you guys. Okay, have a good day. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
All right, you too. Take care.